So we've got a little mini Countryman 1.6 n47 engine, and it's got a little bit of an oil leak. Now, it took a bit of finding, but this little blanket at the back here is absolutely saturated in oil. Now, what I put it down to is the actual rocker cover itself. Now, the bonding, when it goes around, I think it's this one right here, is actually split. Right, let's get involved and get it changed. First things first, we need to remove all the wiring loom and the wiring harness off the engine, the injectors, the fuel rail, a couple of glow plugs, and we can pull it all to one side. Once we've made a little bit of room for ourselves, now we've got the wiring loom out of the way, we can make them start on the high pressure fuel lines, disconnect them, and we can pull the fuel rail off. Now we've got all the fuel rail out of the way, we've done the injector clamp bolts. Now, we all know that I like a little bit of a gadget. Now this tool is by Serdov. It screws onto the injector, like so. It's just a wiggling bar. What you do, give the injector a wiggle, at the same time, pull, and that injector will come straight out. Brilliant tool. And that is successfully all 4 injectors out. Now let's make a start on removing the rocker cover, and all we've got now is some E10s, and we're going to try and get it past this high pressure fuel pipe here. And as you can see, that is one rocker cover off, and I did manage to just fiddle it out, and what I have to do is just remove these studs, or the little bolts, out of the rocker cover itself. You do just press out, you get a pair of pliers and pull them out. But as you can see, right by there where it's been blowing past, down on the back of the heat shield, and going down the back of the exhaust. Right, let's get me a little bit of an elbow grease now and give everything a nice cleaner rooney. We are now looking like brand new. You know that little fire blanket that was there? I have removed it because I think, personally, it's going to cause more of a hazard leaving it on, because it is absolutely saturated in oil. Right, let's get back around to this rocker cover now, and we're going to put it on. How I'm going to do it is hook it over that fuel line. It should go in nice and easily, fingers crossed. After a little bit of a fiddle, we have now got the rocker cover on. What we need to do is jump around to technical information. We've got 10 Newton meters on the cover itself, and when you're tightening them, you want to go in a crisscross, so you tighten it down nice and equally. Now we've finished talking the cam cover up, we need to put the injectors back in. I've given them a little bit of a cleaner rooney. We have got brand new copper washers for the bottom of them, and also we've put a little bit of liquid moly injector and glow plug grease around the injectors. If they ever have to come back out again, hopefully they should just fly out. Anyway, let's get them in and torqued up. That is all the injectors in. We need to get them torqued up now. 2 stages, 8 Newton meters, and then the final stage, which is 26 Newton meters. So I love this little tech wrench. Best one I've ever bought. And there you go. We just repeat that process now 4 times. And just like that, now that camera is all back together with a little bit of magic. What we're going to do is get on the key and give it a big start, but because we've had the fuel rail disconnected, all the fuel pipes, it's going to take a little while just to build up the pressure in the fuel rail to be able to start that vehicle. Anyway, let's get it started. The car is now back up and running. It did take a while to crank over. What we're going to do is leave it ticking over now for about 5–10 minutes, get it nice and warm, make sure we've got no fuel leaks where we disturb the fuel lines. We're going to put all this trim back together. And there you have it, that car now is all back together, and it is looking brand new. Now what you need to remember is on this job, this oil leak, it was happening over a long period of time. So what I'm going to ask the customer to do is bring it back probably in a couple of 3 weeks and just see how it's getting on. So anyway, there you go, that is one cam cover replaced on a little mini Countryman. Let's get it sent.